Another song. It was stolen from me by the Ned's Atomic Dustbin for their indie hit single Kill Your Television. But that sort of thing went on quite a lot between us, the Neds, and Pop Will Eat Itself. I'm going to play you a song that we just wholesale ripped off a Pop Will Eat Itself chord structure. So the story goes... A little drink while I tell you this. We're on that first American tour, first North American tour, and we just played in upstate New York, and the night finished late in a couple of bars in Buffalo. And as we all crawled back to the hotels, our sound engineer, who was new to us at that point, right? This was the first tour we'd done with him. He came with a great CV. He'd worked for Talking Heads, the Waterboys, Simple Minds, the Ramones. Well, fucking hell, this guy's going to be good. What we didn't ask was why doesn't he work with any of those bands anymore? And we found out on the first week of that American tour that this new sound engineer was basically living a one-man party every single fucking day of the week, if you take my meaning. So this particular night, he's met some friends in Buffalo, and he said, what time's the bus leaving for Toronto in the morning? To which our tour manager Les said, we're leaving at 10. You got to be back here by 10 a.m. You know what I'm going to tell you. 10 a.m. comes and goes, we get to 11, there's no sign of Frank. Oh shit, I've said his name. There's no sign of the new sound engineer. And so Les calls it, he's like, fuck it, we'll go to Toronto and we'll just pick up a new sound engineer when we get there. So off we went. And while we were hanging about waiting for a kindly sound engineer to help us out that night, Malcolm said to me, do you think anybody will notice if we write a song around this chord structure? Because I've nicked it off a Poppy's song. Now, play it to me. So it's like a... Glass jaw, alcohol, cardboard cutter lying on the floor. Lame brain, drunk again. Stupid, dumb, cold, got insane. And it was that I felt better. Recognize it? Yeah. Alright. I should research the actual title of it. Does anybody know the title of that one? Good, alright. So I'm like, okay, I like the chords. And it was a really nice sunny afternoon in Toronto, and there was a lovely sort of grassy knoll outside the venue. So Max says, go and grab a guitar and see if you can come up with a different melody and write some lyrics. And as we're doing this, who comes walking down the street? Frank. But the errant sound engineer. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. So when you're on a tour like that, the tour manager has everybody's passports all of the time, so no one can lose their passport. And so we'd come over the border into Canada with Frank's passport, and yet here he was in front of us in Toronto. So I said, like, how the fuck have you got into the country? And he goes, mind your beat business, you cunt! Which is pretty much how he spoke to me all the time. Anyway, so it turns out what he'd done was persuaded his idiot friends in Buffalo to stick him in the boot of a car and drive him over the border. And which was all well and good that we had our actual sound engineer for that night, but the problem that Frank had then got was there was no evidence in his passport to say that he'd ever entered Canada. And the next night gig was back in the US, in Detroit, and so he had to find someone else to stick him in another boot of another car, and he fucking did! Anyway, here's the chord structure we nicked from the Poppies, and we turned it, of course, into Cartoon Boyfriends. There's a worm in my head and a fish in the bed, she said. Confused you will be. He's got the car on the lawn and he's using the horn again. Annoyed she will be.
tune, boy,